Hey guys, today's unboxing. Pretty excited to have the board game open today called Ark Nova. This is a pretty, now I'm looking at it, it's a pretty big game. It's it takes place in a zoo. You're basically a zookeeper designing your own zoo. It's a versus game, kind of like a point salad kind of thing with your friends. But it kind of reminds me of Terraforming Mars, maybe is like a good way to put it. It's a very comparable Terraforming Mars. I've played this a few times and glad to finally own it. I just picked it up and hoping to play it with some friends next weekend. Probably not this weekend, I'm pretty busy. But I have a fairly decent grasp on the rules. I played it a few times, not like within the past few months, but I think I remember it all. Hopefully enough to, so I'm just opening as I'm doing it. So for this, I'm mostly going to go over the components and everything. I'm not really going to teach you how to play the game. I'm going to mention things that, maybe I'll mention certain things about the game, but it's not meant to be a tutorial, just a component review, unboxing kind of situation. Right, so again, first thing note, pretty nice looking box. This game, I think, maybe I'll show all sides again. This game just came out, I think it was 2020 or 2021. Pretty new game, got very good reception. This is a direct-to-retail game. It was not Kickstarter or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. Very successful. I don't actually know Capstone Games or Matt Phage, I think. What was his name? Or Matthias Wig. What is Phage? That's something else. I don't know the names off the top of my head. I don't know what they've done before, but this game, they definitely knocked it out of the park. Really satisfied with it. Again, it's a pretty good comparison with Terraforming Mars. I'm going to go over the contents. So firstly, you get, looks like there's 4. Yeah, this is a 1 to 4 player game. I've only ever played the multiplayer. I can't say anything about the single player component of it, but it doesn't actually say. I think on the back it says the player count. I think it was like 90 to 150 minutes, 1 to 4 players. I've only played multiplayer components again, so it looks like they give you a fair amount of baggies. So baggies are always good. These are the, I'll do it in order, I guess. These are the 4 players cubes. You basically, be put on the board, manage them, pretty typical that kind of thing. These are called sponsors, I think. Or no, they're not. They're the sponsor. There's like 2 keywords. Oh, it's kind of embarrassing. Well, these are the ones that go onto the researchers, workers, something. These are the ones that go onto like the research board, and they get like grants and awards and things like that. I think they're called workers. Workers, scientists. So you get all these components. Looks like it should be enough based on. I could possibly see you running out, but I don't think it's likely. The games usually end much before that. Well, before that would happen. So a bunch of baggies. You get a bunch of cards, which I'll go open them right now. You get 3 decks of cards in these, and they should cover everything from. Okay, so again, I know the rules and how to play. I don't specifically remember like the keywords and names. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry, but I'll at least explain overall everything. Cut my nails recently, so I'm having a bit of trouble opening these. Not trading cards, so not too used to them. I'll open all 3. You can feel free to jump forward like 10 seconds if you want in the video. Hopefully it won't take too long. Rather than having breaks in between, go through them all at once. If any of you are watching this and don't want to jump 10 seconds in the future, what have you been up to? Anything new with you guys? Been pretty busy myself lately, so I'm glad I'll be able to have a bit of time coming up soon to play this game. Nice break from just everything. That's everything, you know how it is. Just everything. What's wrong? Oh, just everything. Okay, so now that all these cards are finally open, I'll go over them. Most of these are the cards that you play with in like the deck, kind of like the Terraforming Mars ones. I'm going to go over the other ones first. So firstly, we have these. These are, I don't remember the names. I think they're called like awards. So basically, you can spend a turn to like claim an award for meeting these requirements. So like if you have 2, 4, or 5 different African animals in your zoo, you can claim one of these. You get these shields are like really good valuable points. There's 2 different types of points in this game. Maybe I should have gone over that first. But what you need to know is that the shields are generally more valuable than the ticket points. Ticket points are, I think a shield point is worth like 3 to 4 times as much as a ticket point. And so you can claim any of these anytime you want, as long as you have the requirements. But you can only claim 1 per card. So you can't like go, I have 2 African animals, then I have 4 African animals, and then 5, and then just get a free 10 shield points. That's not how it works. You have to just claim 1, and that's it. So there's a bunch of these. 3, I believe, come out in the beginning of the game, and they all have different requirements. These are like gold ones. Different continent icons, different animals, categories, 1 of each continent. Yeah. 1 of each animal type. Primates, reptiles, predators, herbivores, birds. So not every animal type, but most of them. So you got that. These are the... I don't know what these are. Oh, these are like your secret objectives or something. Yeah. So at the beginning of the game, everybody gets 2 of these randomly, and you keep them both. And once the game reaches a certain point, you have to choose and discard 1. And then at the end of the game, you get more point. You get a certain amount of points if you do these requirements, secret missions. Go through them all if you want to read them. And the cards are all really nice. Don't quote me on this, but I believe, similar to Terraforming Mars, every card is unique art and unique. Like, there's no duplicates of a card. I'm pretty sure. I want to say that's the case. These are the your action cards. Are these all action? Yeah, not this one. These are all your action cards. So at the start of the game, you get 5 action cards right there. You can do break, or no, you can do cards, animals, build, association, and sponsors. Okay, so association are what these workers are for. Yep, sponsors are blue cards. So you have 5 of these, and every turn you choose one. And this is hard to do hard to show without a player board in front of me, which I could do. But have you ever played Seven Wonders, the board game? It's kind of similar to that. You put these action cards on this board, numbered 1 through 5, and then depending on where the card is on this board, you can do something stronger or not. So like break, for example. If the card, I always call this one break, but it's called cards. If you do cards, depending on where it is in the slot, like say cards in the 4 slot, that means I can draw 2 cards and discard 0 cards. See, like the higher up number it is, the better the effect of the card, and that's true for all of these. And so when you use one of these, you pick it up and put it in the back. It goes, when you use something, it goes to 1. Everything else is pushed up accordingly. So it kind of benefits you to do like different actions every turn. Ideally, you want to do the 4 or 5 action every turn, but it doesn't always work out that way. See, there's cards, animals. You can build more animals with this. Build, you can build a bigger thing. Association. Association tasks have different like levels, and you can only do ones up to a certain level. X is equal to this number. And sponsors. So sponsors, you can play a blue card from your hand. The sponsors are all numbered 1 through 5, so you know you can play more sponsor cards if you have this higher level. And at a point, these all upgrade. I'm not going to go over it too much, but they all just become better. You can upgrade them from 1 to 2, and then they're all just better across the board. Like cards, for example, you draw way more cards. Yeah. So you get, it should be 4 sets of these. 1, 2, 4, 5, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 sets, yes. And again, the card stock is very nice. Like these feel very quality cards. Nice and thick, and they have a good little texture to them. I probably should sleeve them, but I'm probably not gonna. I think they feel fairly durable, honestly. So this is the bulk of the cards. These are all the things you can build. These are mostly animals or sponsors, the blue cards. And I'll just show you a couple. I could run through the whole deck real fast, but I'll just show you a couple. Okay, so as a random example of one to look at, actually this one's a good example. So this Meerkat Den, you can play this if you have a 5 sponsor level, which is these blue cards if you have sponsors at 5. This is a requirement, so you have to have 3 scholar tags to play it. I guess it's called something like that. So again, this is the cost. This is the cost at the top. This is like an additional requirement to play the card. This is what it gives is like a keyword, and it gives you like a tag also for like herbivore tags for your end game goals and things like that. Yellow, lightning, means it happens immediately. This brown means it happens at the end of the game. So at the end of the game, for every 6 herbivores, you get 1 shield point. And yeah, I'm not going to go through all the other effects too much. But yeah, these all, I'm pretty sure, unique arts for every single one. Pretty cool. It's like a nice, very good theming going on with the game too. And like, look, these are all like such great, unique cards and arts and guided school tours, explorer, Waza. So there are, I thought there were way more of these blue cards. Maybe they're just ordered weird. These green ones are like, they're in the normal card deck, but these are like end game missions again. These ones you can add to the game. So the game has these default ones I showed you earlier, end game missions. But you can, as an action, add more to the game. So that's a pretty cool mechanic. There's a lot of these. I haven't used too many of them in my games. It's just my general play style, but other people have definitely played more of these to their advantage. And they're very game-changing, for sure. Very powerful. Got a lot of those. How should I sort these? Actually, do I even need to sort them? They're going to be shuffled anyway. Okay, these are... Oh, there's a lot more sponsor cards. Okay, so here's some animals. Animals, you can read them very kind of similarly to this blue sponsor cards. Here's an example. So this one you need a 5 territory space. The territory has to be near water. Okay, maybe it's not as simple as I thought. Or it can be in you have to take 3 spots in a reptile space, which I promise that might make sense once you learn the rules. But basically, the number below is like this black cube thing. This is a cost, so it costs 23 money to play it. This handshake thing, you need to have this as a requirement. It gives you 9 points immediately, 9 ticket points. It gives you these tags and whatever effect it has on here. So this game has a lot of cool keywords like snapping and sunbathing and stuff like that, but they always do show you underneath what it means. So it's nice you don't have to like continually reference a book or anything like that. Yeah, so there's just a lot of cards. I'll go through them real quick. 3, 4. And all the cards are numbered, by the way. And I believe in this reference book that I can show you later, each number, there's like a big glossary that has like goes more into more detail of what each card does and how it plays and like questions you might have on it. So it's a really comprehensive rule book. Look how many unique animals there and everything there are. It's really, really good theming, the flavor. A lot of animals. A lot of animals. And petting zoo animals. Those ones are pretty funny. It's a rabbit. Okay, it's got some animals. These are more of the blue sponsor cards. I don't really know how they organized them. There's like way more than I knew there were way more. Like there's a lot of blue cards. And I'm not going to go through them all, but you can pause if you want to read any particular one. Otherwise, I'm kind of just showing all the different art. Showcasing off all the cool cards. All in the good card stock. This is mostly animals, I'm guessing. Yep, entirely animals. So many different animals. Fennec fox. That's a cool one. I don't know most of these subspecies. Or like I hadn't heard of them before. Like, okay, that's not a subspecies, but I don't know what a Cody is. Lynx, stoats, fur seals. Like a lot of variety in this. I think the only thing they don't really have are like fish and aquatic animals, which I mean, if you look at the board, which I'll show you later, it kind of makes sense why they don't do that. It's a red panda. Look at that. But I could see that being like a future expansion. Them adding like aquarium or ocean stuff. But I mean, it's a zoo themed game, so it might be kind of weird. Like most zoos aren't aquariums also, right? So I don't know what they could do with an expansion. There's kind of a lot of ways it could go. I think the game does feel very complete. I don't think it needs one, but you know, game makers are creative. I'm sure they'll find some way to make a great expansion. And the game has been very successful and popular. It ranks very high on Board Game Geek right now. So I think they have every reason to make an expansion. I felt fairly safe buying this. I don't think there's going to be like a new edition because the game is so new. Alright, so there's that. All the cards. What else we got here? Next we have this is the association board. That's what it's called. That's where you put these workers. Again, they go either on the 1 through 5. 1 through 5 is like the spot on here where the card has to be the association level card. So see, if you had on 5, you can put it on any 5 or lower, but you need to have the right number. I'm not going to go over these right now, but cool. You got that. You got a bunch of player boards. So these player boards are all actually different. These are all unique if you look at them. There's how many of them? 1. Oh, are they double-sided too? 1. Wait, what? Oh, they are. Wait, this one has map 1, the observation tower, and map 0, like the default starting map for like beginners. Map 2. Okay, so they all. I think they all say map 0 on the backside, probably. Or this one says map 8 and map A, so I don't know. There's a fair amount of unique boards. Let's say that. So these are all unique except for the ones that say map 0. They all have different. Like these are different. The board looks different. All the rewards over here look different too. I know it doesn't make much sense now, but once you play the game, it's really cool. There's so many unique ones. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 player boards. And okay, so it looks like you have 8 player boards. These 4 all say map A on the backside. These ones all say map 0 on the backside. So you have, what was it, 4, 5, 9, 10. You have 10 unique boards you can use. 10 unique maps you can play on. So that's a very, very good variety. Very cool. Okay, put this on the side. Next we got a bunch of punch outs. I'm not going to punch them out. But, oh, this one fell out. But these are all like the tiles we use in the game. Oh no, one fell out. This is, I don't know what this is. I think this is for like a single player game mode, which I've never touched again. So, just a lot of components. Actually, I can look at this as an example. So, very thick cardboard. Feels solid, you can hear that. Very sturdy, can't even bend it really. High quality printing, good colors, nice and vibrant. Really good material. And I think that should carry through for all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very cool. Then you have the main game board right here. This is very long. It doesn't actually fit on the screen, but you can kind of see it like that. Very long board, right? Very long board. Oh, I can talk about the point system in this game. So, okay, I'm gonna fold it back up, so it's very small now. But look how big it is. It's like triple the size of what I'm about to show you. Triple as big as this. So, you start the game with 0 shield points and 0 or some amount of ticket points. I think it depends on your starting order. Yeah, so if you start later, you can start off with like 1 more point, which is like a tiny makeup for handicap. And 1 second. Sorry about that. And so basically, you start off the game. I should keep it over. Just pretend this board continues on. Here's what it looks like at the end. Start off with 0 and like very few ticket points. As you play the game, if you get more shield points early on, you get extra rewards. So this gives you like a card upgrade, an extra worker. These are tiles you put in that give you like extra bonuses, but they're one-time uses. So whoever gets there first gets the better bonus. Nice little incentive there. I don't think it continues on too far. Or does it? Yeah, after 10, it seems the rewards seem to dry up. But 10 is a lot. So, as you play, you move this, like you have 2 score marker tiles. You move this up this way. Per shield point, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yada yada. And here you get little ticket points. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like I said, these move up much slower than these move up, right? So like this, right? They start off with being worth 2 ticket points each. As you look later in the board, they become really hard to show this. They become worth like 3 each. Yeah, it looks like they're 3 each throughout after a certain point. And basically the game ends, or you begin the last round or something like that. The game ends, not immediately, but very soon after. Someone gets their 2 score token things to overlap. So they both progress on the board at varying rates. And once they cross over at some point, like here or here or here, whatever. As long as they overlap, that begins the end of the game. And yeah, it's a really cool mechanic because you have two different things to go for, I guess. I think in general, from what I found, the green shield points are really powerful to get early because these bonuses are like huge. They're very big advantages. But it's a nice little, like, I'm sure this mechanic has existed before, but I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't played a game like it personally where you need your points to cross over to win. It's not like first to 80 points or first to 100 points or first to like some singular threshold, right? It's a very variable threshold that changes depending on what you've been going for. Really cool. It's like a shop in the middle of cards and things like that. I'm not going to go into that. But the board is pretty thick. It feels about as thick as the... What's that thing from earlier? It's like, yeah, about as thick as these little pop-outs. Just as sturdy. Same print material, or same printing feel to it. Good stuff. And you get dice, I was going to say dice trays. You get component trays, so that's really, really nice. I was kind of worried they wouldn't give that because I don't know. Again, I haven't played the first time owning this game, so really glad they come with component trays. These will probably store all the tiles. Probably not these because they're in bags, but the tiles for sure. That's a big deal. Look how many tiles there are. There's like 4 pages of these, so that's good. I think the only thing I didn't show up is the rule book. So it comes with 3 little booklets. This one page is a very like quick overview, icon overview, like quick glossary kind of thing. Nice little 1-page summary sheet. This one is a glossary, which goes more into detail of every keyword. So like for example, sunbathing. That means put the sold cards on the discard pile. Oh, it's a it expands more on the rules. Like I think sunbathing, the cards, it says like I don't remember. Yeah, cool little glossary, goes in more detail. Oh, and here there's a card clarifications. So you can like look at individual specific cards. Like card number 204 is a science museum, and it goes into more detail of how the effect resolves and what it does. So that's really helpful. Really good for if you get confused in the game. More final scoring clarifications, advanced zoom out clarification. A lot of like clarifications. Really good. I don't know what's happening. Look at this book. Helps you. This last one is the main rule book by Matthias Wiggy. Should go over the components again. Everything's supposed to come with the rules. Shows you the board and everything and how to play. If you want to, you can pause and read this. I think you might be able to read the words. But yeah, pretty nice hefty rulebook. Full color, so that's cool. And there's a solo game rules on the very left back page, which I don't know how to play, but nice. This is a really nice looking like front cover art too. Like doesn't this board game just look like nice and clean on a shelf? Really, really nice. It's a big game, but I think it's just the right size for like, you know, if it's not too big to be bulky on a shelf for storage, and it have a lot of components obviously that you need to manage, so it's a good size. Really excited to play this game again. Again, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know in the comments. I also put some links in the description for where you can purchase the game at pretty good prices. I think the most competitive prices I can find. And yeah, if you, again, any questions, let me know. That should be it, right? Take care, guys. Enjoy your day.